Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at possessive determiners on the SAT writing and language section. As always, we're going to be doing 5 questions, explaining them and looking at the intricacies of this topic so that you can ace the SAT math section. If you like these videos or find them informative, please be sure to like and subscribe. And with that, let's get started on our first question. Here it is. Mayor Katz applauded Lee Elementary School's efforts to supplement its lunch program with produce from a nearby vegetable garden. We see here that it's is underlined, and we have other options such as their, it's with the apostrophe, and their, as in they apostrophe re. All right, so let's see which one of these is the correct one that fits into this question. So we have Lee Elementary School's efforts to supplement its lunch program. Well, its is singular. It's with an apostrophe is also singular. Right now, this is Lee Elementary School. So is it supposed to be singular? Let's see. So Lee Elementary School's efforts to supplement its lunch program. It's not to supplement their lunch program. It doesn't seem like that because Lee Elementary School is one entity. So even though it has multiple people in it, like probably hundreds of people, it's still one entity. So Lee Elementary School's efforts to supplement Lee Elementary School's efforts, right? That is what it's saying. So it has to be singular. So it can't be there or there because these are both plural. And then we have its versus it is, or its versus it's with the apostrophe s. It's with the apostrophe s can be expanded to it is. So applauded Lee Elementary School's effort to supplement it is lunch program. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So that's wrong, and our answer is choice A. Let's move on to the next question. All right. If your loquaciousness makes your friends fidget and their eyes glaze over, maybe it's time to stop talking and start listening. All right. And again, it's underlined, and we have to figure out what we do. So again, it is a singular. It's talking about you, so we can't use theirs. Then we have maybe it's time, and then it's with apostrophe, it is. So maybe it is time to stop talking and start listening. That sounds to be correct. So let's pick it is, or it's is. And then we have here maybe your time. That doesn't make any sense. So our answer choice is going to be B, and we can move on to the next question. You're not going to believe it, but Florida's Rattlesnake Festival is actually a huge draw for tourists. Well, your, with the apostrophe, we can expand to you are. So you are not going to believe it. That seems to work. We'll keep that one there. Your, well, that confuses the versions of your. That doesn't work. They're not going to believe it. Well, it's talking to you, not somebody else. That doesn't work. And the last one, its is. So it is not going to believe it. Makes no sense. So our answer here is choice A, you are not going to believe it. And we can move on to the next question. In search of the escaped colony of horseshoe bats, the biologist peered into a nearby cave. They're not in here, he said, just before the escaped bats carried him away. So he clearly messed up in his diagnostic, but that's not what we're trying to find. So our sentence is, they're not in here. So there, we can expand to they are. So they are not in here. That seems to work. There, that confuses the forms of there with this possessive pronoun. Incorrect. Same thing here. There and there. We're looking for the they are form. And then your makes you are. You are not in here. Well, that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the bats, not you. Right? So our answer is then going to be they are. And we can move on to the next question. All right. It's fair to say that television chef Nathan Lyon is rethinking cooking. He is developing recipes that have a smaller water footprint in order to combat drought conditions. So we have it's, but that's a possessive pronoun. Let's see if it's is or its work. So it's is it is. It is fair. That seems to work, so we can get rid of this one and pick this one. And then we have their fair, no. And their fair, well, no. That neither of those work, right? It's talking about it's. It's a singular, and it is. And that is our answer, and that is it for possessive determiners. As you can see here, there are just a couple basic things to do. You find out if it's possessive versus just a contraction. You do that by really taking the contraction and expanding it, seeing if the contraction works. If the contraction works, it's that contraction. If it doesn't work, it's the possessive pronoun. And then you find the singular versus plural, its versus their, and that's all we do. We expand the contractions, and that is how we solve these problems. That is it for the topic of possessive determiners, and I'll see you next time.